News 46 is brought to you in part by...
On February 26th, the Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue is offering CPR training. This is for all levels of CPR training. You must sign up at the main fire station located at 300 North Highway 160. You must sign up in person. Come out and learn to save a life. For more information, dial 727-5658.
Well, actually, it's Senate Bill 155, and what it does is gives any unincorporated town of overpopulation of 24,000 the right to be treated as a city when it comes to planning and zoning, and to take over and be responsible for planning and zoning within their jurisdiction.
And Harley Calkin brought this up when he was just a regular citizen, not on the town board. What's the reason that we want to do this?
Well, Mr. Calkin felt that it was the time for the town to take over its own backyard and to monitor its own backyard. Right now, the reason it came about, again, Mr. Calkin said that we have 2 county commissioners that live in the northern district that are 240 miles away, and they help to oversee what's going on in planning and zoning in the town of Pahrump, and within the county, the only place that has planning and zoning is the town of Pahrump. Therefore, the town of Pahrump should control it.
And because planning and zoning is normally ran by the county, so what happened at the meeting on Monday?
Mrs. Parker, Mr. Calkin, both town board members, and myself testified in front of the Senate Government Affairs Committee as to why we thought this was a good bill. Mrs. Easley, Commissioner Easley, and Commissioner Schimhofer, I pronounced his name wrong. Sorry, Dan. Schimhofen, thank you. Commissioner Schimhofen testified neutral. They just stated, well, we're going to have to do this, we're going to have to do this. The county specifically stated on the record they weren't going to give us any money to help us with this project, which we knew. And that's why we wanted to approach the Senate Government Affairs Committee about tweaking the bill with putting some financial terms in it. But right now, Senator McGinnis is taking the bill. He's contacting, at the request of Senator Lee, who is the chairman for the Senate Government Affairs Committee. He's going to contact the Clark County lobbyists. He's going to see what their issue was, and he's going to tweak the bill to get around, or not get around, I guess that's a poor choice of words, to deal with Clark County's concerns and still make it viable for any unincorporated town pursuant to NRS 269 to be treated as a city. We are the only unincorporated town that was created under 269 with elected officials from the citizens. The 3 that the county in Clark County have are basically like Gabbs and Tonopah and Amargosa. They're advisory boards to the county commission, report to the county commission, and have really no oversight.
So Clark County testified against us because they're concerned that this might set a precedent. Why?
Because it will open up planning and zoning to everybody else in Clark County, and they don't want that to happen. They want one jurisdiction handling all the planning and zoning that's in the county, that's not in Henderson, because Henderson handles their own, North Las Vegas handles their own, Boulder City handles their own, Vegas, and and Mesquite. The Clark County has a lot of property, and they don't want their little small unincorporated, and they're townships, to have planning and zoning rights. So again, Senator McGinnis advised after listening to Senator Lee and listening to the hearings that he would contact the Clark County lobbyists and tweak it to where it doesn't affect Clark County.